My friends, I hope you can hear me. So, Newsmax was right. Newsmax got a scoop that Biden was probably going to drop out. And this was like Wednesday or something. And that he was not going to endorse Kamala. Hi, thanks for joining. Well, it's funny because when the announcement came out, Joe Biden actually posted it as a letter on X, not on POTUS, because I went to POTUS account first. And he, hang on one second. So I'm live, so don't say anything. Just don't say anything. On Instagram. On Instagram. Anyway, happy summer, everybody. So where was I? Oh, yeah. So I think there probably was a discussion about endorsing Kamala, and then he kind of did it like after. There was somewhat of a delay. I mean, I didn't time it, but it was probably like an hour. Anyway, the implications are basically, I think they're just going to run Kamala, actually, unless something happens that really changes things, like she's doing absolutely horribly. Then it's really hard to cheat then, you know. But there are states, certain states, there's an article in Newsweek about it, and there are certain states right now, I mean, not right now, you know, they control the primaries, they control who gets on the ballot. And so there's probably about 10 of them where they don't really allow for a change like that once the primary has been finished. And so it's problematic, but when the machine, which is what I'm calling it now, wants to get something done, they get it done. So who knows what will happen? All bets are off. Right now, it seems like Kamala is the one that everyone's rallying behind. Now, there's a lawsuit by the Heritage Foundation, which is also, by the way, the author of a Project 2025. They're very conservative, but the lawsuit is basically that this is disenfranchising the people who already voted for Joe Biden in the primary. Sadly, though, nobody contested Biden. Nobody primaried him. And, you know, there have been many incumbents who've been primaried, such as Jimmy Carter, many. And you can go back, way back. So I just want to ask, though, do you think if President Trump had been assassinated, as was attempted, okay, do you think Joe Biden would be dropping out today? Yeah, it took me places that I didn't think I would go, logically. And, you know, I've observed now for a long time, since I woke up to the machine about 7 years ago, that the machine doesn't really care who is president. They don't care if the people love them. They don't care if the person is a leader. They don't care if they're inspiring. They don't even care if they're a good speaker. I mean, think back. It's ridiculous. W, he wasn't even a lawyer. That's when I just sort of was like, what? I don't like legacy hires unless they're really, really good and they can actually do the job, you know? But they don't really care. So they just as soon have a talking head like her. But if, like I said, if the polls are so bad, and she does horribly in the debate, then what? They're in a real pickle. And it's a real mess, as you already know. A lot of little details, you know, Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama and every senator and Chuck Schumer, you know, are all praising Senator Biden, wow, are all praising Biden for being such a great, you know, he's a facilitator of legislation. Yeah, you mean he can spend money that we don't have? And everybody claps? I mean, it has felt like Soviet Russia today. under Stalin, more than ever, where incompetence rules the day. You praise the leader no matter what. And the people all know they're just biding their time, or they get sent to the gulag. They just get ripped off the street. If you've ever, I don't know if you ever read The Gulag Archipelago by Alexander Soros. It's a very, very long book. But he has a story in there about just one time when Stalin came into the Politburo Communist Party hall, kind of like their Congress, except really gaudy and huge and Soviet architecture. And everyone stood and clapped, and the applause just kept going and going and going and going. Nobody wanted to sit down because they might be hauled off to the gulag, the prison. Finally, out of just exhaustion, one of the members of the Politburo sat down. Well, he didn't last long. He was taken off to the gulag. So when we get to the point where people are praising Biden and they're literally not acknowledging the real hardship that our people are enduring right now, barely enduring, through every single decision he made since he got into office, that's where you really need to just ask yourself, do I need to go over everything again? Because there's something seriously wrong. And so what they are talking about, and what I believe, what many leftists believe, and people who support Biden, is that Trump's presidency was chaos. Actually, it was chaos because they kept trying to get him out. If you're watching this, you probably agree. But I know people who still think that. Another thing they do is they think that, forcing a woman to give birth is tantamount to rape. Can you believe that? And so this is the new talking point now, that we're going to go back, and take women's rights away. What rights? Oh, we're going to force them to give birth. Okay. Wow. Well, you know what? We have Mother Nature, and we have the way that we humans are able to procreate and survive. Why don't they catch rapists and make it a public display? They don't. They let these people off really fast. There's a backlog of rape kits everywhere. So when you talk to your friends or family members who are talking about, how women's rights are being rolled back, seriously, you need to bring up points about rape. Well, then, if they're so concerned about rape, why why aren't the Democrats, working to make it very rare? The only way you make a crime rare is by showing how severe the punishment can be. That, it's like, criminals know. They know. And so everything's ass backwards. There's a lot of things that people who are saying, well, Biden's the lesser of two evils, that they don't know. This is because they haven't been doing their research. They don't even think they need to do research. So they just see Trump as a monster. And it's going to take a lot, I think, to kind of show people. But what I like to do is give my followers and subscribers these little tidbits of facts that are missing from the conversation. So, most people on the left who support abortion, they have this mantra that they repeat, which is that Christians, that pro-life people who are, according to them, all Christian, that they don't care about what happens to the baby once they're born, which is a complete lie. If you look at pro-life organizations, they have a lot of effort and work, whether through just their nonprofit or their church, to help people who decide to keep their baby and who help that child thrive and who are looking for creative solutions. So, number one, obviously, we need to educate our women so that they don't get into the same cycle maybe that their mother did, their parents did. Because it really can result in poverty, and the child, if she's a girl, doing the exact same thing. Well, that's because it's so damn hard in this world to get ahead, to get by. So pro-life people are actually trying to change that paradigm, you know. But really, ideally, it would be great if everyone knew to postpone any type of birth as much as they could until they're at the age where they want to have children. That's what I did. But then later, in my early 30s, I got pregnant while on the pill. So it's not foolproof. But if you really care, you can postpone it for a very long time. So we just need to change our culture and stop listening to these people who are so ass backwards with everything. It's very easy to see through them now. So please comment. I would love your comments. Please subscribe, share, and like. And I will see you very soon. All right. Have a great Sunday. And I'll see you soon. Bye.